Hello everybody and welcome to York High School, the site of tonight's Section 5 boys basketball matchup between the host Golden Knights and the visiting Avon Braves. We've missed the first minute 20 of the first quarter, but you had only missed 2 points before Josh Harder knocked down that three-pointer to put Avon ahead 5-0. 6:20 remaining here in the opening frame. We'll get our scoreboard set as York responds on the other end with a three-pointer of their own. Live atmosphere inside the gymnasium here in York, and it should be a great game. Another three ball from Avon, and back and forth we go as we get settled in here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. My name is Alex Brasky, here with you. Our scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game is Casella Waste, your local waste and recycling service provider. Maddox Timothy off the mark on the three-pointer, but Connor Rodwell able to collect the rebound and put it in on the putback. 3-point lead for Avon now. Michael Rowland from the corner. Good hot shooting here in the early going from both sides, and it's once again a 5-point Avon lead. Look at the student section across the court. They've traveled with their Avon Braves. Has the Avon gang green. Also York student section, the night zone beside us to our left. Rodwell unable to find the touch inside. Now here comes Avon quickly the other way. We're nearing the midpoint of this first quarter. Lee Hartke for three from the wing, no good. Bouncing near the out-of-bounds line, but Hartke able to chase it down. Volpe lays it in. Hudson Volpe on the board. And it's up to a 7-point Avon lead now. Give and go. Back to Maddox Timothy. And an offensive foul. Hudson Volpe takes the charge. The officials were waiting for one or the other to make the call. The one near midcourt appeared to have the best look at it. He calls the charge back to the Braves here. We'd like to remind you that this is one of two games we're streaming on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network tonight. We also have Pembroke and Oakfield squaring off on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. You can find that link on our social media pages. These are two games featuring four defending sectional champions. Avon and York defending sectional champs, and Pembroke not a defending sectional champ, but looking for sectional championship glory this season. So I think I did make a mistake with that on my post online. I'll have to correct that, but a lot going on today. We're going to take a quick break as we settle in here. All right, and we are back to action here, past the midpoint of this first quarter. Hudson Volpe finding his groove inside. He's going to be a tall task to stop for this Golden Knights team. Not a lot of size for York, and Hudson Volpe as talented of a forward as you'll find in Section 5. Appears we had a clock issue. It looks like we'll have that reset, and we'll resume play here. So here's York in the front court. Jake Pangrazio feeds it up top to Joe Bauer into the corner. Connor Rodwell now inside for Tyler Brady. Good defense provided by Trevor Stroud. Got his hand on the ball, creates the jump ball, but it will stay with the Knights. Listen to Gang Green letting Brady hear about it. So back to action. Brady from the elbow, no good. Rebounded by Michael Rowland. Here comes Josh Harder in transition. Nice spin move in the lane. Couldn't get the finish. And it's eventually collected by Jake Pangrazio after it was batted around for a moment. And a foul called in the corner. Looks like York will keep it here. Timothy for three from the wing, no good. Rodwell able to keep it alive for the Knights. Now into the hands of Bauer, and he gets it back. Harder on the closeout. Bauer goes right by him, lays it in. Count the basket. And he'll look for the three-point play now, as the Knights trim their deficit late in this first quarter. It's now a 9-point game. Bauer unable to convert on the free throw. And here come the Braves now. Harder to Hartke. No good. Rodwell on the rebound. Timothy into the lane. And a nice lay-in through the contact for Maddox Timothy. One of the seniors on this Golden Knights team. They're celebrating senior night here tonight. And they're going to need a big night from their senior star, Maddox Timothy. Harder, the pull-up from the free throw line. Looked like Rodwell got a piece of it to knock it off course. Now here come the Knights with it. Timothy pulls up from the wing. No good. Short. Looked to be good from here, but didn't have the distance. Pangrazio attacking the rim. Knocked away by Rowland. Offensive foul. Hudson Volpe takes the charge, and Coach Orman not in favor of that call. Coach Ed Orman for York, Coach Rob Freeze for Avon, two of the top coaches in Section 5. Certainly going to be a chess match throughout this one. So 7-point lead now for Avon. And here's Stroud with it. Stroud working against Pangrazio, and he's traveled. Ill-advised drive there from Stroud, working against the much more well-sized Pangrazio, and he forced himself into a travel. Bauer with it on the wing, guarded closely by Harder. All the way around the world to Timothy. A lot of contact. Looked like a travel too. No whistle. Rodwell had it knocked away by Volpe, and Stroud comes away with a rebound. Here come the Braves moving quickly up court. Harder into the corner for Hartke. Along the baseline, and a blocking foul called against the Knights. They won't like that one, as they've already had two offensive fouls called against them, and they were certainly looking for an offensive foul called against Hartke there. Coach Orman is incensed on the sideline. So 1:18 remaining. We're going to let the game clock here at York sync with our clock here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. We'll start it at 1:08, and we've reached that point. Stroud thought about the three. Instead, dribbles in for the two and knocks it down. 9-point lead once again for the Braves. Final minute of this first quarter. Here's Brady with it in the corner. Brady on the drive, kicks it to Rodwell, top of the key for three, no good. Nice box out by Bauer, gaining position on Harder, and he's able to collect the loose ball. Had Timothy inside for a moment, but missed him. And now it's Pangrazio calling for it inside. Timothy on the drive, and an offensive foul. My, oh my. The charge calls not going in York's favor in the early going. That one looked like a bit of a flop. The first two called against York appeared to be the correct calls. From my perspective, that one appeared to be a flop. "20 seconds left here in the first quarter, 9-point game, and Avon's going to slow it down with the shot clock off. Looks like they'll hold for the last shot here. Harder with it. Steps back for three, high arcing shot, no good. And York comes up with a desperation heave from Pangrazio off the rim and out. We head to the second quarter, a fast-paced first quarter. Avon leads it by 9. We take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, and we did have some difficulties, uploading our sponsors for tonight's game, but we do want to shout out Wendy Garant from Howard Hanna, your hometown Hanna agent, dedicated to guiding you through the buying and selling process with ease. That's Howard Hanna's Wendy Garant. We'll tell you more about a few more of our sponsors as we move along here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. 8 minutes on the clock for the second quarter. We take a quick break. All right, getting ready for the second quarter here as I finally get my rosters collected after the late start. I apologize, I wasn't announcing every player that came onto the court for each side, but we'll begin to do so here. Rowland follows his own shot, second try, and he converts. 11-point lead now for Avon. York needs to find some sort of rhythm offensively to keep pace with his high-scoring Avon team. And another empty possession for the Golden Knights. Stroud off the dribble in the lane, floater, no good. Bauer collects the rebound for York. Three ball from Brady, no good. Rebound goes to Rodwell. Joe Bauer from the parking lot. Joe Bauer with a huge three to trim the lead to 8. That one came from the volleyball line. Harder spinning into the lane, no good. Rowland, strong rebound and the putback. 10-point lead for Avon. York got the three it was looking for, but in order to come back, you need to complement offense with stops defensively. And they've been unable to find enough stops against this Avon team. Pangrazio inside, collects the offensive rebound, puts it back, and now we'll have a chance at a three-point play. So there's Pangrazio completing the three-point play. Down to a 7-point Avon lead. We'd like to thank another of our sponsors. And that is, of course, Genesee Community College. Genesee, your path. GCC offers 60-plus affordable academic programs and over 120 scholarships for you to begin your next journey. Apply for free at genesee.edu/apply or call 866-CALL-GCC today. Also, Competitive Edge spring basketball training registration is now open. CEB training sessions begin Wednesday, March 8th at Mount Morris Central School. Register online at competitiveedgebasketball.org. Any questions, please contact Josh Harder at 585-233-4004. So we'll stop our clock. Forgot to stop it during that timeout. We'll sync it back up at 5:26, but there are now 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Michael Rowland having himself a first half as he knocks down the long three, and it's right back to a 10-point lead for Avon. They're answering York at every turn here in the first half. Pangrazio for three, no good. Rebound goes to Cal Driscoll, seeing his first action of the night for Avon. Rowland, deep three, no good. Bauer collects the rebound for York. Here come the Knights, moving quickly. Pangrazio through traffic, gets it to Rodwell. Off the dribble and a blocking foul. Whistled against the Braves. Correct call there, I also thought. Another flop, I thought, by the Braves. Can't fault them for it. If they're calling the charge in the early going, you have to do what you can to try to exploit that. It's always a game within the game, how the refs are going to call the charge. Jumper for York is good, and it's back within single digits. So after a quick surge for Avon, York has held its ground, but they need to start working their way back here as the second half winds down. Entering the second half, trailing by 8 against the team as talented as Avon is certainly not recommended. Brady for three! Tyler Brady, huge three-pointer. Just what the doctor ordered for York. It's down to a 5-point deficit inside 5 minutes to play. And that one's stolen away. Nice defensive play there from Parker Bonifade, leaping into the passing lane, knocking it away, and coming up with the steal. Here's Brady kicking it out to Pangrazio along the baseline, closed off by Rowland, and tipped away by Harder. That was a possession where York really could have taken advantage, but they turn it over. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the second. Harder along the baseline, rejected by Bonifade. Had a little bit of help from Brady from behind, but what a sequence for Bonifade, one of the bench players for this York team, stepping up defensively. Pangrazio takes a shot from the elbow, had it rejected out of bounds off York. Avon with it once again. The Night Zone trying to implore their team to work this comeback back to a tie or a lead, and a travel called against the Braves. And it'll go back to York. 3:45 remaining in this first half. Here's Bonifade quickly up the court. Kicks it out to Rodwell, over to Bauer. Good closeout by Harder, and active hands from Harder, wreaking havoc on the defensive end. Brady will reset, 17 on the shot clock. Into the corner for Rodwell, pulls the trigger, air ball. Driscoll on the rebound. You saw Rodwell a bit tentative from three a few possessions ago, and he tries it that time and comes up empty. Rodwell was big for York in their sectional championship win last year against Calmum, knocking down several three-pointers, so he certainly has the range, perhaps just going through a brief dry spell here. Bonifade off the drive, and the finish. What a second quarter for Bonifade. He's a freshman. Chance the Night Zone. Volpe. Offensive foul. Rodwell takes the charge. That looked like a flop too, but everybody's getting the calls tonight. And there's one thing you ask for out of an official, it's consistency, and they have been consistent with their calls here tonight. You certainly can't fault them for that. Rodwell inside, posting up on Volpe, back outside to Bonifade. The freshman turning into a phenom perhaps in front of our eyes. A huge three-pointer, and we're all square at 25 apiece. York trailed by as many as 12 in this first half. They've come all the way back to tie it. Rowland for three. Good! Didn't think he had it. Tried to follow his own shot, but contrary to his thought, he had the range and knocked it down. 3-point lead for Avon. Joe Bauer tries to respond. No good. Rodwell on the rebound. Good ball fake and good finish through Volpe at the rim. 1-point game. We'll reset our clock here. 1:43 remaining now in this second quarter. Harder, the deep three, air ball. And the Night Zone lets them hear about it. Bonifade to Brady in the short corner. Around the rim and out. Hartke collects the rebound. Minute and a half remaining here in the second. Harder spinning away from Brady, but nice job from Brady regaining position to force the guard to outlet it to Hartke. Stroud into the lane, no good. Loose ball goes to Brady. 1 minute remaining. Here in the second quarter, York has a chance to take the lead. Stroud almost took it away, but Bonifade all the way to the rack, and he couldn't find the touch there. Rare missed opportunity for Bonifade here in the first half. Set himself quite the second quarter. Rowland for three. No good. He's had himself quite the first half as well. And Bauer into the open floor. Bauer went for the dunk. A lot of contact. And the official trailing the play makes the call as the official closest to play failed to make the call. Not sure what the official closest to the play missed, but that was a lot of body contact at the rim, sending Bauer to the floor, and the official from behind the play comes to make the call. Not often you see that. The official out of position overruling the official in position, but I think the correct call made there. And Coach Rob Freeze looking for an explanation. As I just explained, he's certainly asking the official, why didn't you rely on your partner's vantage point? And Bauer ties the game for York. .28 all. Bauer could break the tie with a free throw. York trailed by as many as 12, and they now lead it by 1 with 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Great comeback for the Knights. We got a ball game here at York High School. This one's lived up to its billing. Avon holding for the last shot. 2 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock. Hartke off the dribble. Through defenders. Offensive foul. That's the 6th charge called this half, as both teams laying it all on the line here tonight. 2 seconds remaining. Pangrazio back to Bauer from midcourt, and he almost knocked it down. We head to halftime here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. York with a 1-point lead over Avon. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Of course, we'd like to thank Howard Hanna's Wendy Garant. Big thanks to Wendy for sponsoring this game. We do apologize we're not able to put her graphic on the screen due to some technical issues, but we do want to tell you about Wendy's services at Howard Hanna. She's your hometown Hanna agent, dedicated to guiding you through the buying or selling process with ease. That's Wendy Garant at Howard Hanna Home Services. Also, we'd like to thank Jessica Best, your best friend in real estate, serving you in the Glow region, Monroe County, and beyond. That's Jessica Best at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Also, Bubba's Landscape. Do you need landscaping services for your home or business? Contact Bubba's in Leroy, working on residential and commercial landscapes throughout Western New York. Whether you need your driveway shoveled or new flower beds for your front lawn, you can count on their superior attention to detail, timely completion, and competitive rates for any type of landscaping work you may need. Get an estimate today. Call 585-768-6578 to schedule landscaping and lawn maintenance for your home or business. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower. And they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. We pause for a moment as the York cheerleaders are set to put on a show. All right, we're back for the second half here at York High School. York will begin with possession and a 1-point advantage, but Avon quickly takes it away, and the Braves now on the attack. Josh Harder for three, no good. And Cal Driscoll, nice box out and a rebound to give Avon an extra possession. Rowland for three, no good. Deep three from Rowland. He's been hot tonight. Bauer from the elbow, high arcing shot, missed everything, but Rodwell was there for the rebound before he threw it away on the save. Here comes Avon, Volpe to the rack, and he missed the dunk. Rodwell on the block, drop step, hands it to Timothy, who puts it in. 4-point swing there on the missed dunk. And then York on the other end for two. Hartke off the dribble, steps, and an offensive foul. Hartke barrels over Brady. The charge is called, and York will take back over. And I will be going silent here for a few moments. Bear with me. Lee Hartke lays it in for Avon. Rodwell responds for York. Timeout called by Avon. All right, back to action here at York High School. We're going to sync up our clock in just about 10 seconds at the 4:51 mark of this third quarter. We're going to change our score as well. 33-30 with 4:50 remaining here in the third as Avon throws it away. York takes it back. Once again, we'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor here tonight, and that is, of course, Casella Waste, your #1 service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Contact Casella at 585-308-0662 for a quote. Foul called inside. That will send York to the line. And for the first time tonight, we see Ryan Brady in the center of the action as he heads to the line for 2 shots, knocks down the first. York increases its lead to 4. .431 remaining in this third quarter. Brady 1 for 2. Rebound goes to Avon's Volpe. Here come the Braves now. Driscoll over to Hartke. Looking inside for Volpe, but couldn't find him. Harder to Driscoll on the wing. Rowland off the dribble. Kicks it to Hartke for 3. No good. Timothy knocked it away out of bounds off the Golden Knights. Inbound to Harder, thought about the 3 instead, gets it inside Volpe, and Brady fouls him from behind. And Brady exits to cheers. 3 ball from Hartke. Looked like Bauer got a hand on it. And Timothy comes away with a rebound inside. Pangrazio got knocked in the head. Wincing a bit, but appears to be okay. Timothy for 3, no good. Harder collects the rebound. Down the lane, feeds it to Hartke, knocked away by Bauer, and it's out of bounds off York. Stroud off the dribble, kicks it out to Harder. Into the lane, knocked away by Rodwell. Bauer, a lot of contact and a blocking foul called against Harder. Timothy lobs it inside to Rodwell. Give and go to Timothy. Awkward look, but he collects his own rebound. Second chance here for the Knights. Pangrazio into the lane. No good. Batted around into the hands of Stroud. Here comes Avon quickly, but Stroud will reset. That one knocked away by Bauer and out of bounds. Going to wait about 9 seconds to start our clock. 3:03 here at York High School. Harder to Hartke on the wing. Tried to get it inside to Volpe, but it was knocked away, but right back to Hartke. Beautiful pass, but Volpe couldn't get the finish inside. What a pass from Hartke. The no look around 2 York defenders, but Volpe couldn't find the touch. Joe Bauer knocks it down, and York has its largest lead of the game at 7 points, and that sent this crowd into a frenzy. Once again, we'd like to thank Genesee Community College. Genesee, your path. Apply for free at genesee.edu/apply. Also, Competitive Edge Basketball Spring Training. Josh Harder, 233-4004. You can find him online at competitiveedgebasketball.com. Excuse me. Also, Jessica Best, your best friend in real estate. Jessica, you can contact her at 409-8734, Realtor Jess Best at gmail.com. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Zambito Realtors is proud to have Jessica Best on board. Bubba's Landscape, walkaways, retaining walls, hardscapes, landscape, tree and shrubs, bed maintenance, and lawn care and fertilization. Bubba's can do it all. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. 5072 East Main Street in Batavia, 343-1822, or log on to empiretractor.com. Get that off the screen. And we'd also like to thank, of course, Wendy Garant from Howard Hanna Realty Services. Wendy Garant, gracious enough to sponsor tonight's broadcast. We were unable to get her graphic on board for technical reasons. As you saw Volpe connect inside. We're going to reset our clock here at 2 minutes. But yes, we'd like to thank Wendy for her service throughout the community as well as here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Wendy Garant, your hometown Hanna agent, dedicated to guiding you through the buying or selling process with ease. That's Wendy Garant of Howard Hanna Home Services. So 2:03 remaining in the third quarter now. It's a 5-point York lead, and Tyler Brady is at the line for 2 shots and makes the first. Two for 2 for Tyler Brady. It's up to a 7-point York lead. That matches their largest lead of the game. And listen to the Night Zone getting into it. Gang Green has been silent since York's comeback during the second quarter. York trailed this one by 12 during the first half, but stormed back during that second quarter. Took the lead going into halftime, and they've swelled their lead to 7 now. Taken away by the Knights. And a carry called after the ball was tipped away, as Timothy tried to regain possession and appeared to carry the ball a bit there. And Bonifade will check back in for the Knights, while Timothy will take what I expect will be a quick break, perhaps spanning this final minute and a half of the third quarter. You don't see Timothy off the floor very often. So 7-point lead for York, 1:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Harder with it. Screen set by Rolland. That allows Harder to get to the rim, draw the defense, and leave Stroud wide open on the perimeter. 3 ball for Trevor Stroud, and it all started with the penetration from Josh Harder, which was allowed by the screen set by Rolland. Team play at its finest for Avon on that possession. Four-point lead for the Knights now as they get set to inbound under their own basket. Inbound goes to Bonifade. Now inside to Brady. Turnaround jumper. Air ball. Volpe certainly impacted that shot. Harder off the dribble to Stroud from the parking lot. No good. And Rolland collects the rebound. Another extra possession for Avon here. Harkey into the lane. Takes it himself. Missed the rim. And Pangrazio came up with the rebound. Here come the Knights pushing the pace. Pangrazio, 3 ball. Jake Pangrazio knocks it down. York's lead returns to 7. And a timeout on the floor. As Coach Freeze, incensed with the official nearest the camera here, appeared to want to push off on that play, and I believe a bench warning assessed to the Braves. So 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Tensions running high as these two defending sectional champions square off And to make matters even more tense, these are two longtime Livingston Conference rivals. Avon holding for the last shot with the shot clock off. 5 seconds on the game clock. Hartke for three. No good. Batted around. Harder, one last chance. No good. We head to the fourth. And the host Knights hold a 7-point lead over the visiting Braves. The Night Zone asserting themselves here as the fourth quarter is set to get underway. Gang Green, which gave me a shout out earlier, much appreciated, one of my favorite student sections for sure. They need to get back into it here. They need to will their team back into this game as they willed their team to the early lead during the first half. They were into it during the first half. They've since gone silent since York has taken the advantage. So here we go, 8 minutes to decide a winner in this classic Livingston Conference showdown. York trailed by 12 in the first half. They now lead it by 7 entering the fourth. Volpe with a man on his back inside, but Avon has not been able to get it to him on the last few possessions. Calling for it now. Volpe in the lane, tried the reverse layup, and he was fouled by Rodwell. You saw Volpe asserting himself inside, calling for the ball. Rowland able to bounce it into him, and now 2 free throws coming up for the Braves. Certainly an advantage that the Avon offense, and defense for that matter, appeared to have entering this game was Hudson Volpe and his size, but he's missed a few looks inside, now misses a free throw. Typically a flawless performer, showing a bit of imperfection here tonight, but that's the case with sports, particularly high school sports. Sometimes everybody doesn't have it, and that leads to other players stepping up, and I think Avon's going to need other players to step up here down the stretch. Volpe is a rebounding machine. I believe he recorded 28 rebounds in a game this season, as you see him pull that one off the rim. He's a force to be reckoned with in there for sure. Hartke second guessed and tried the three. Out of rhythm, no good. Timothy pulls up in the lane and knocks it down. Maddox Timothy makes it an 8-point York lead, their largest advantage of the evening. Stroud guarded closely by Timothy, gets it away to Harder, spinning into the lane, but he was closed off by Brady. Rowland tried the three. Pangrazio got a hand on it, but Volpe was in there to clean it up for the Braves. Down to a 6-point deficit now. 6:25 remaining in this fourth quarter. What a good game we have going here. A foul on the perimeter committed by the Braves. Timothy in the corner, Rodwell wide open inside. Volpe rejected it, but a foul has been called. And they're going to have him with the body here. That's going to send Rodwell to the line for 2. And that's Volpe's 4th foul. One more foul on the Avon big man. He will be disqualified. Rodwell can't convert on the free throw. 6:16 remaining in the fourth. York looking to build its lead here. Rodwell, 1 for 2. Timeout. Full timeout called by the Knights. Once again, we'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor, Casella Waste, your local waste and recycling service provider. Also, we'd like to thank Wendy Garant of Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. We were unable to get her ad on the screen. That was a technical issue, but we'd certainly like to thank Wendy for sponsoring tonight's game. That's Wendy Garant of Howard Hanna, your hometown Hanna agent, dedicated to guiding you through the buying or selling process with ease. That's Wendy Garant of Howard Hanna Realty Services. Thank you, Wendy, for your support of the Batavia Daily News Sports Network and these athletes putting on quite the show here tonight. Seven-point game, 6:15 remaining. Avon facing a slight deficit here, looking to work their way back in the fourth. Stroud on the perimeter, takes it into the lane, spinning and firing, no good. Pangrazio mistimed his jump. Rolland on the rebound, but he couldn't get the finish inside. Rodwell collects the defensive board, and that gives the Knights possession. Pangrazio jacks the three, no good. Rebound goes to Harder. Harder to the rack, coast to coast, no good. Pangrazio on the rebound. Avon struggling to find offense here in the second half, and really for the past three quarters. Pangrazio, three, no good. Harder on the rebound. Stroud thought about the three. Timothy closed out well. Tipped away by Bauer, and the Knights come up with it. Now onto the floor for Avon, Kalman Dalgos. He was also on the floor during the first half. He's returned to action here in the fourth quarter with Volpe on the bench with 4 fouls. Rodwell, the second chance inside, and it's a 9-point lead for the Knights, their largest of this contest. They once trailed by 12 early in the first half. What a turnaround for Coach Ed Orman Jr.'s bunch. Timothy for three, no good. Rebound goes to Rowland. Avon needs somebody to take this game over. They're struggling offensively. They have several capable players. They need one of them to start taking this game over. Stroud to Harder. Out to Rowland. Tried the three, thought better of it. Now into the lane, missed the short jumper, and now he's called for the foul on the reach-in on Timothy. And here comes Volpe back into the game for Avon. And York is now in the bonus as Timothy is at the line for 1-1. Makes the first. 10-point lead for York, their first time with a double-digit lead here tonight, and there's 4:04 remaining. Knights trending in the right direction. Can't say the same for the Braves. Timothy makes an 11-point game. Tried to bounce it into Volpe, did Rowland, but Rodwell, nice defense to take it away. Brady came up with it, and now it's pushed ahead to Bauer. Timothy from the short corner, no good, but York collects the offensive rebound And a foul call that looked like Bauer extended the arm, pushing harder to the floor. Was a late call, but the correct call. And York letting the officials hear it, which he certainly doesn't deserve. I think this crew has done a nice job tonight, certainly working hard. Stroud for three, and he knocks it down. Big three-pointer for Trevor Stroud, and that works Avon back into the swing of things. 8-point game, 3:20 remaining. Braves need to make a push. It's now or never. Pangrazio down the line. Lane line, no good. Here comes Avon now. Stroud for three again. Heat check for Stroud, and he converts. Trevor Stroud stepping up when his team needed it most. It's down to a 5-point deficit. Back-to-back threes for Trevor Stroud. That one off the face of Bauer into the backcourt and out of bounds. Avon takes over. Gang Green getting into it. And a timeout called by York. We take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Both cheering sections jockeying here this evening. .248 remaining in the fourth quarter. Avon on the charge. They once trailed by 10. They now have it down to 5 thanks to back-to-back threes from Trevor Stroud. Rowland to Hartke. Up to Harder. Volpe in the corner. Back to Rowland, top of the key. Michael Rowland knocks down the three. And it's down to a 2-point game with 2:22 remaining. And a foul called against the Braves. That's going to send the Knights to the line for 1-1. Timothy, good on the first free throw. Timothy, 2 for 2, 4-point lead for York. 2:22 remaining. Trevor Stroud all the way around the rim and out. That one was halfway down. York pushing the pace. Pangrazio to the rim. He had it knocked away by Harder. Recollected. And again had it knocked away. Harder comes up with a rebound. Stroud for three. No good. Bauer on the rebound, and he's fouled. Looks like that's Volpe's fifth. And it is. Hudson Volpe has been disqualified after his fifth personal foul. Avon will have to move forward without the services of its talented big man as they trail York by 4, with the Knights headed to the line for 1-1 with 1:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bauer makes the first. 5-point lead for York. Two for two for Bauer. 6-point game. Avon needs a bucket. And a timeout called by the Braves. And we'll take a quick break. So just to recap what we've seen thus far, we had York trailing by 12 early in the first half. They stormed back, took a 1-point lead going into halftime, swelled their advantage to 10 during the second half. Avon worked its way back, brought it all the way down to 2, but now their deficit sits at 6 with 1:26 remaining in the fourth.
York, keep it up.
.120 remaining, 6-point game. Lee Harkey tried the three. Joe Bauer got a hand on it. And an offensive foul. Michael Rowland takes the charge. .112 remaining. Avon will take back over, trailing by 6 following the offensive foul committed by Pangrazio. .112 remaining. Here come the Braves. They need a bucket. Who will they go to? Stroud has had the hot hand here in the fourth. Rowland has had a nice game as well. Stroud steps back, can't gain enough room to pull the trigger. Harkey in the corner. It's rejected again by Bauer. The length of Bauer proving to be the ultimate equalizer here on the defensive end. It looks like we had Bauer too close to the inbounder. 55 seconds remaining. 6-point game. Could be now or never for Avon. They need a basket, and they need it badly. Dalgos to Rowland. Thought about the three for a moment. Harder. Into the corner for Hartkey. Into the lane. Out to Dalgos from the corner. No good. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Bauer. Brady with it now. Avon's going to have to foul. Out of bounds, tipped away by Rowland, and it touches the sideline. And now a timeout called by the Braves. Once again, we'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor here tonight, Casella Waste, your local waste and recycling service provider. 308-0662 or Casella Batavia.com for more information. Also, Genesee Community College. Genesee, your path. SUNY GCC. You can apply for free online at genesee.edu/apply, or you can find them on College Road in Batavia. Also, Competitive Edge spring basketball training. Enrolling now. 585-233-4004 to contact Josh Carter. Also, Jessica Best, your licensed real estate salesperson for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Your best friend in real estate. Contact her at 409-8734. Also, Bubba's Landscape. You can find them at 81 Lake Street in Leroy, 768-6576. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. 5072 East Main Street in Batavia. 32 seconds remaining. York has the ball and a 6-point lead. Could be too little, too late for Avon here. Inbound goes to Timothy. Inside, and Rodwell is fouled. He'll head to the line. Rodwell, critical free throw, missed. Rodwell 0 for 2. That leaves the door slightly cracked open for Avon. 25 seconds remaining. They need a three-pointer. Stroud steps back, jacks the three, no good. Rebound to Pangrazio, and that should do it for Avon, barring any future missed free throws. 17 seconds remain. Jake Pangrazio headed to the line for 2 shots, looking to seal the deal for the Golden Knights. And a timeout called by Coach Ed Orman Jr. and York. We take a quick break, but first we'd like to thank Wendy Garant of Howard Hanna. We were unable to show you Wendy's lovely face on her advertisement, but we want to make sure that we thank her for her support of the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. We'll be sure to make it up to her down the road. Technical issues disallowed us from having her ad on the screen, but Wendy Garant at Howard Hanna is your hometown Hanna agent, dedicated to guiding you through the buying or selling process with ease. That's Wendy Garant from Howard Hanna. Listen to the Night Zone. They can taste a win here on their home floor. Just 17 seconds away from claiming it. Pangrazio, 2 free throws here. Makes the first. And makes the second. That's going to do it for Avon. 8-point lead for York. 13 seconds left. Desperation heave from Stroud. No good. Hartke will fire it back up. No good. Rodwell on the rebound. Gives it to Timothy. And clock running out here at York High School. That's going to do it from York Central School. Thank you for joining us here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. What a ball game we had. York storms back from a 12-point first half deficit, and they win it by 8. Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. We'll see you next time.